Kate here with my partner Ish, and today we're gonna talk about triangles. So, let's get started.
Hi, Mishi, and in this vid, I am together with Kate, and like what she said, we're gonna talk about triangles.
Later.
Bum bum bum, ba-dum ba-dum. A duck walked up to a lemonade stand.
Alright, so let's talk about the basics about triangles. Let's see their shapes. Oh, come on, Kate, you can do better than that. Everybody knows the shapes, except for newborns and pets, I guess. Anyway, triangles, something that people commonly know already. Let's see, sides. Let's start with the sides. You have the equilateral for equal sides, isosceles for the two equal sides, and for scalene, no equal sides. And then we have for the angles, which is the equiangular for equal angle, right angle for the right triangle, which is 90 degrees, and then there's the obtuse, which is more than 90 degrees, around 91 to 179, and then we have the acute for the 90 and below, which is 89 to 1 degree. Alright? That's pretty much it. Alright, so let's get to know more about triangles with some interviews that me and Eishe will be doing. So we are at the TCD Center now, and this is where usually people meet after church mass. And so we are going to interview some people, maybe at least one, for the lessons that I have recently said or discussed already. So I will be entering the place now. I get stuck again. Okay. Alright, so we're going to enter the place. It's really noisy here, so lots of people, as you see. Right, so basically I'll just have to find some people that I will be interviewing. Alright, so
1 hour later.
I will be interviewing you about this MATLAB. So what's your name first? Could you give your name first?
Hi, my name is Gio Castro, and my full name is Justin Noel.
Okay, so what job do you usually do right now?
So right now, I work in an interior design company. It's called Stickman Interior Design. Our office is in Barsha Heights, used to be called TCOM. What we do is we specialize in hospitality interiors, which means hotels, F&B, restaurants, spa and resorts, and I'm an interior designer in that company. I've been working there for 2 years now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the questions I will be asking you are going to be related to the topic that we have learned, which are triangles and angles basically, and mostly about that. So I will start with the first question. Alright, so how do you use, or how would you use triangles in your job?
Okay, it's been 2 years since I graduated from college, so I'm not that aware of the current term that they use, but from my experience, we use triangles. For example, in a kitchen, if we're designing a kitchen, we use the triangle to make sure that the refrigerator, the sink, and the oven are directly opposite each other, which creates a triangle. Why? Because that apparently is that's what we learned. That apparently is the best circulation for functionality when the person, or let's say your mom, is cooking in the kitchen. That's the best formation for her to wash the dishes, prepare the food, cook it in an efficient manner. So that's one way that we use triangles in interior design.
Okay. So since you use triangles in that way, because it's really unique, and like I'm really surprised because triangles. Yeah. Alright. So how does it help or benefit in your work and how you use it in your life?
Yeah. Okay. So triangles, first and foremost, in this world today, I know they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but in mathematical terms, beauty is defined by symmetry. So if you look at a triangle, it's very symmetrical. If you cut it in half, it looks exactly the same. So even in design, that's what we do. When we create, for example, a wall, and let's say, look at a blank wall, you have to look at it with symmetry, using a triangle basically. For example, if you create a wall that is using, you put a vase on a wall and it's three sizes, small, medium, large. If you take the heights of that vases and connect the dots, it forms a triangle, which means it's symmetrical. Not necessarily half and half, but visually our eyes look at that as symmetry. So that makes it beautiful in architecture and design terms. So that's one way that the triangle benefits our job, because we use it as a guide. It makes our lives easier, because if you use it as a guide, it automatically looks to people visually, aesthetically pleasing. That's one benefit that I can see.
Alright, so that's for my first interview, and we could see how amazing how triangles can do in our life. It's so interesting because right now I don't know anything he's talking about. JK, I'm just joking. But basically the triangles, I'm like, okay, since I'm still a grade 8, and I'm like, okay, triangles, yeah. So that's basically it. Alright, so maybe that interview was quite serious, but I learned a lot of great things there. Well, I understand how the atmosphere was really awkward and also tense, but it's not done yet. There is another interview going on, and let's check my partner Eishe and how she's doing.
Okay, so here today I am with my father. So, in your opinion, how do people use triangles in their daily lives?
I think triangles are used in daily life. Triangles use as interaction, pointing, way, like an arrow, and triangles is used in architectural, like when they're designing a bridge. There's a starting point, and then the end point of the bridge, and the vertical is the strength of the bridge. Okay, and some triangles are used in making or designing building and other forms of in architecture. I think so.
Okay, thank you.
Despite all the interviews, I am very amazed in how interesting how triangles works in our life. And so, besides that, me and Ish will answer some main questions about triangles and how else are they used in time, despite how much we try to find time to interview other people, but I'll answer them later. And yeah, so we shall proceed. Alright, so how are triangles used in life? Well, probably most of us do not really notice this, and how we usually think of them, they're just shapes. Or when people say structure, oh, pyramids. Yeah, that's cool. But we don't really think much about it. We only look at the common details, like a cone. That's a triangle, right? Pizza or food. Yeah, sure, they're good and useful in the sense. But what's good about it is just that how they're used in life. They are a direction. For example, the arrows you see in science, they give us alert. Like I said, they were seen in science. They give us alert, warning, caution. Most of the time you see them, they are in triangles. And also, they're also used in structures, but then it's not gonna be that easy, especially without math. And that triangles are very important when it comes to math. It's a big impact. As well as that, triangles are also a guide. Like the one I have interviewed, he said that it is like without the triangle, there is no symmetrical, nothing will be beautiful at all. And that because that's how it makes things look the same. And also that it is also a guide for them to be able to do it. And without that, everything's gonna be jumbled and messed up. So that's probably from my opinion about how they're used in life, and that they can be really, really helpful. And now we should also take a time to like appreciate and look at it. But we also have my friend, my partner, Eishe. Let's see what's her answer.
So triangles, we see them every day. We see them in buildings, signs, traffic, cars, in everyday life even. We see them in our homes, we see them everywhere, to be specific. It's crazy weird since like most people doesn't even know the reasons for triangles. And so we all knew that triangles are quite important. I mean, like Kate says, it can be used as for a sense of direction around the place. Like if there's no triangles, we couldn't like know where we're going or stuff like those traffic cones and stuff like those. And mostly for me, in my personal opinion, I think triangles are important in school because it helps the children to be specific, to know more about math, like how triangles are mostly used as a half of a square. It can help the students to know more about math and how to solve and all those things. And sure, there are a lot of things that triangles can be used, but for me, I can mostly see them in science and also for school and all those things. And yeah, it's quite helpful for everyone because we mostly adults and engineers mostly use triangles for the structure and how to build them and how to make the building look sophisticated. So I think triangles are quite important. And yeah.
I also added some pictures just to actually show you guys some extra examples. So I hope that helps, I guess.
Where's Kate? Oh my gosh, Kate, you're so small. What the